Thomas Mitchell was used to strange requests at his repair shop on Station Omega 7. Broken gravitational compensators, fried quantum processors, the occasional alien appliance that defied physics. He'd fix them all. But the small Krellian child standing in his doorway, clutching a torn piece of fabric, asked for something he'd never heard before. "Sir, I don't have a father. Can you fix that?" The child couldn't have been more than 6 cycles old, with iridescent scales that hadn't yet hardened and those distinctive triple eyes that marked their species. Thomas set down his welding torch, wiped his hands on his coveralls, and knelt to the child's level. "What's your name, little one?" "Zachary," the child whispered, lower eyes downcast. "The other younglings say you fix everything, that humans can fix anything if they try hard enough." Thomas's heart, already soft from years of missing his own kids back on Earth, cracked a little more. "Where's your mother, Zachary?" "Working. Always working. Since Father Unit died in the mining accident, she takes all shifts." The child held up the fabric, a piece of traditional Krellian ceremonial robe. This was his. Itor. "Mother cries when she sees it." "Come on in," Thomas said gently, standing aside. "Let's see what we can do." The shop was cluttered with projects, but Thomas cleared a space at his workbench, lifting Zachary onto a stool. He examined the fabric with the same careful attention he gave to delicate circuitry. "You know," he said, threading a needle with Krellian-compatible fiber, "I can't bring your father back. Nobody can fix that." Zachary's scales dimmed, a sign of sadness in their species. "But," Thomas continued, his hands steady as he began to mend the tear, "maybe we can fix some other things. Tell me about him." For the next hour, as Thomas worked, Zachary talked about a father who told stories of the old world, who taught traditional scale singing, who always knew how to make the scariest things seem small. "He sounds wonderful," Thomas said, finishing the last stitch. The repair was invisible, the fabric whole again. "They're good as new." "But I still don't have a father," Zachary said quietly. Thomas was quiet for a moment, then made a decision that would change both their lives. "You know what I can't fix? My empty house. My kids are grown, living their own lives on Earth. I eat dinner alone, watch holovids alone. Could you help me fix that?" Zachary's middle eye widened. "How?" "Well, your mom works late. You could come here after learning time. I could teach you about fixing things. We could eat dinner together. Maybe I could help with your studies. I'm not very good at scale singing, but I know some Earth songs. Like a Father Unit would?" "Like a friend would," Thomas corrected gently. "I can't replace your father, Zachary, but maybe I can be something else. Someone who's here, someone who cares. Would that be okay?" The child's scales brightened slightly. "Mother says humans are strange. You help everyone, even when there's no profit." "Guilty as charged," Thomas smiled. "So what do you say? Want to learn how to use a sonic screwdriver?" That was 3 years ago. Now, Thomas stood in the crowd at the station's cultural festival, cheering as Zachary performed the traditional coming of scale ceremony. The young Krellian's voice rose and fell in the ancient harmonies, strong and clear. Thomas caught the eye of Velara, Zachary's mother, who nodded at him with warm gratitude. She'd been suspicious at first, but 3 years of shared dinners, homework help, and attendance at every school function had worn down her reservations. After the ceremony, Zachary bounded over, scales glowing with pride. "Thomas, did you see? I didn't miss a single note." "You were perfect," Thomas said, ruffling the space between the youngster's head spines. A gesture of affection he'd learned was acceptable. "Your father would be proud." "Both of them," Velara added quietly, placing a gentle hand on Thomas's shoulder. That night, as they sat in Thomas's shop eating pizza, modified for Krellian digestion, Zachary looked up from the engine component they were rebuilding together. "Thomas, that day I asked you to fix something impossible." "Yeah, you did fix it, just not the way I expected." Thomas smiled, his eyes misty. "You fixed something for me too, kid." "What?" "You asked if I could fix you not having a father. Turns out, What needed fixing was me not having a family. Zechary's scales shimmered in the pattern that meant joy among their people. Humans really can fix anything. Not anything, Thomas corrected, pulling the child into a careful hug. But sometimes, if we're very lucky, broken things can fix each other. Outside the shop, stars wheeled in their courses, indifferent to the small miracles that happened when different species chose to become family. Inside, a human and a young Krellian worked side by side, fixing machines and healing hearts in equal measure.